At our office here in Oslo, I also got the chance to sit down with Simon, our CTO, to talk about the Live Content API. I'm joined today by Simon, our CTO, and one of the founders of Sanity. And we've always had live-ish features maybe on the API side, but now sort of live for everyone and live by default being the name of the talk. Is this like where you've always been trying to get to over a career of chasing live content experiences?
I don't know. Like you're right. Like we there was a very formative experience. We were back here in Norway. We were like trailblazers on social media. We created a site called Underskog back in 2005, and there we had DMs. Which was like a new thing then. And when you sent one to someone else, it would like say ding, and then it would appear without reloading the page, which was amazing in 2005. It was like completely mind-blowing. People would tell us like, I would hear people tell other people like, yeah, I don't even have to reload. It just says ding. Web, of course, was then very like it was very like you load the page, you see the thing. Even if you do like even highly interactive stuff, like you are posting a message, like you'll fill out your form. There will be nothing on the other side being aware that you're filling out this form. Then you will post, and then of course the server does a thing, and you'll see your result coming back in. Like it's almost like play by mail. Like you'll see like tomorrow, you'll see the result of your actions.
Request response, and
exactly.
the web's been founded on that since forever, and most experiences are still like that. I've always had real time in the studio, but that's only for how many authors you've got, and most people might only have one or two authors. We've got organizations with hundreds of authors, maybe thousands of authors, and that's like an API. You're working with the API directly experience, but now we're talking about live content for maybe the millions of people on the website at the same time, and making sure that they receive live content.
Yes, exactly. And it's that kind of like weird because you still expect that we were. My family was in Japan this summer on vacation, and we wanted to go to the Ghibli Museum, and then. They drop tickets every week on a Wednesday or something at like 4 a.m. Norwegian time.
Wow.
Yeah, so my wife was up like just reloading.
Right.
So she would just be reloading every 10 seconds for like half an hour until they dropped. And of course, we still kind of expect that kind of stuff, like buying tickets for concerts, popular concerts, stuff like that. Do we have this reload battle?
Yeah.
And of course, it's just awful. It's awful for the servers. It's awful user experience.
The opportunity cost is massive for like a huge e-commerce retailer that's getting huge volumes of traffic for them to serve the wrong content at that volume, at that scale. It's actually a really expensive mistake.
It's an expensive mistake, and it compounds, right? Like so these are like 4 or 5 days of high traffic. So that we were solving that. And then as we were working on that, we realized, looking at the web page, that's really just a cached version of that same content. So we could just treat that, we can just extend the infrastructure of the high frequency CDN all the way into the browser itself, into the front end, and just treat it as a cache. And that's basically what this live experience is built on. And like you said, the point that the goal then was, can we make it so easy to layer on top of what you do normally that it would just be weird to not have it be
to
live.
Not do it.
So of course, sometimes it's very valuable. Sometimes it's just convenient. It's been possible to have things be live for a long time, but it's just been very hard. So it's like a very tough decision. Like every media company I've ever worked with would have some solution for like a developing story, but it would always be a separate system. Like you will always decide ahead of time, like this will be a developing story. We'll do it on the live CMS. And it will be like a separate URL, and everything will be
usually
special.
It's a separate UI, and like you feel like you've entered some other app when like BBC Breaking News or one of those sorts of
you
services.
are right, like because you are.
You are, yeah.
The payoff is like build systems that allow people to just grab the day, do the stuff.
Yeah.
And then live is a big part of that.
Excellent.